Hello viewers, welcome to YardStick Academy Podcast, Episode 3. YardStick Academy oda basic motive என்னன்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா to bridge the gap between industry and academia. So we talk with lot of industry people and get their insights, and we work with the college students on making them to understand. And industry ready-kaga we are working a lot on this. So இதோட general perspective in a bigger angle யோசிச்சதோட விளைவு தான் we have started this podcast. So YardStick Podcast oda third episode la we wanted to have a very inspiring person. So actually speaking, I wanted to him as from the first podcast, due to his travel and all the schedules, at last இன்னைக்கு தான் எங்களால் அவரை மீட் பண்ண முடிஞ்சது. So நம்மளுடைய first podcast we have seen an HR and his perspective. Second podcast we have an entrepreneur from Coimbatore and his perspective of career and all those stuffs. But in the podcast வந்துட்டு it's very special to me personally and to the YardStick Academy. I think this podcast will elevate அவரோட ப்ரெசன்ஸ் வந்துட்டு கண்டிப்பாக இந்த ஷோவே நெக்ஸ்ட் ஸ்டெப் லெவலுக்கு எலிவேட் பண்ணுறோன்னு நினைக்கிறோம். A global leader from India. We are so proud of having Mr. Stanley Moses. நாங்களாம் செல்லமாக கூப்பிட்ற Stanley Moses, and who is running couple of tech companies. One is DataPattern, another is Imperative AI. He is the founder and co-founder of both the companies and running in multiple countries as well. So Stanley, welcome to the show, and we are so happy to have you, and we are so grateful. We know that நீங்கள் வந்துட்டு I know this is very short trip. இதில் வந்துட்டு you give us a time. We are so grateful to you for that. So for our viewers, Stan, a few words about you and your journey.
Thanks, Murali. Thanks for having me. Pleasure is always mine. Yes, we have been talking for a long time, and really excited to be here to do this podcast. I know all the work we have been doing as part of YardStick Academy. Very proud of all the activities which you are doing for the college and as well as an entrepreneur. I'm a fan of your Facebook and LinkedIn post. Really appreciate it for all the activities. It's really inspiring. So my background, I'm from Tuticorin. That's my native. But I did all my schooling here in Karur, in TNPL, Tamil Nadu Newsprint and Papers Limited. And then I did my Bachelor of Technology in Madras Institute of Technology, in specializing in instrumentation. And my first career was at St. Gobain Glass India in Sriperumbudur. I was the first graduate engineer trainee for that plant in Sriperumbudur.
Oh.
So lots of learning. I learned the end-to-end process for glass manufacturing. Based on that experience, what I gained in St. Gobain Glass, I got an awesome opportunity at Tata Consultancy Services. Joined as the first batch, as the first group who we created the Engineering and Industrial Services group within TCS. That was a beautiful experience where I got to work with a lot of global companies, very specifically on manufacturing, energy and utilities. And that was the first place where we got exposure, or I got exposure into data and analytics for the manufacturing industry. Based on that experience, I joined one of my TCS senior in Bhavan Cybertech. We started the energy and utilities practice. We had a very interesting idea back in 2011 of integrating different sources of data in a manufacturing and energy environment. From control systems, which runs the plant, from enterprise asset management, from operations management, as well as the ERP, which records the transactions happening in the manufacturing environment. So we brought all these data together. We created an AI product called Retina, real-time integration and analytics, which we positioned in many US companies in the utility space, in manufacturing, as well as in the power generation area. And then I got a great opportunity to work with GE Digital. GE Digital was a pioneer in industrial Internet of Things and asset performance management tools. I was the partner success director there. And then after GE Digital is when I decided, okay, I had a good amount of experience understanding what is what in the data space. We also identified an interesting challenge for many of the industries, which was the data engineering. So that's why DataPattern.
Okay.
And we spread across, and today we are doing end-to-end data initiatives, right? Starting from data ingestion all the way till data analytics or artificial intelligence. And very recently, I also got an opportunity to join hands with the founder of Imperative AI, where we are developing an Iron Dome for generative AI projects or LLMs. That is going to help identify drift, identify bias in different LLMs, and help and advise what is the type of corrective action which has to be taken. So I currently live in San Ramon, California. I have 2 kids, and my wife Jennifer. She is my college mate in Madras Institute of Technology, and she's also the co-founder of DataPattern.
Very neat, clean, and I'm so happy to have you. People would have understand about you right now, wow, the background, why you wanted to do that. Ninga pesarappa, I just had an interesting point. You developed an AI called Retina AI product. So that was far before, right?
Yes, so that was interesting times. We are talking about 2011. Where artificial intelligence and Internet of Things was not a buzzword at that time.
Correct.
And there were times where we used to walk into customer places and talk about what is analytics. Why is analytics going to help? In spite of having multiple applications, what is an additional application called analytics is going to help?
Okay.
And very interestingly, even today, there are some good slides which we created back in 2012-13, which still is good to present in the same form and structure, which is very relevant.
Very
today.
nice.
So,
I think it was very, very far, ரொம்ப முன்னாடி. 2011 is, nobody is talking about AI that time.
Yes.
Very nice. Maybe
some of the projects what we have done has been recognized even by Department of Energy.
Okay.
One of the critical projects was to identify where to ingest solar energy in a traditional grid. So we did an activity and we identified those parts using data analytics.
Okay.
And that was a flagship project that was taken as a reference by different cities within US.
Great. So the Retina project, probably that would be your seed or basic idea of starting DataPattern and start.
Definitely. That was my exposure for DataPattern.
I got it.
So
I could link now.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I learned a lot while I was doing the product. I was the face of the product for the US region.
Okay.
I used to identify prospects who are relevant, who can get benefits out of that product. We used to go and present to them in detail, identify a specific challenge, do a proof of concepts, and then successfully execute the project. Okay. Well, that being said, we had our share of failures.
Okay.
Because any new thing is not without failures, and particularly when you're talking artificial intelligence, it's going to come with failures. And particularly when you're completing a POC and you want to scale it, there are going to be failures.
People would have asked, what is AI? What are you talking about? Which is not in the syllabus.
So, very exciting journey. One point what we understood during the failures is data availability. Why artificial intelligence fails is because data is not able to be put together and brought into a central place very effectively in order to present for the AI application.
Okay.
And that was a reason for DataPattern.
Right? Okay.
So
nice.
Lot of learnings from the Retina product, I should say.
Great.